What's next? What's next on my list, Alex?
I don't know.
I am a pro-life Democrat. You hardly ever hear that, and I want to be able to define that too, because one of our failings has been to allow the GOP, allow the Republican Party to define what pro-life means. They're not pro-life anymore. What they have been really for a long time is pro-birth. And after that, you're on your own. For me, I mean, Roe v. Wade is the law of the land. The Republicans have been fighting against that, telling doctors, requiring doctors to lie to their patients in the past with bogus building codes. They've done everything they can to try to prevent abortions. And the courts have kicked it all out. I mean, consistently, boom, boom. I'm not going to fight against Roe v. Wade. That's the law of the land. That's what it shall be. And I'm going to affirm a woman's right to choose an abortion if she wants. My feeling, though, is that too many women feel they don't have a choice, and they don't have any choice but abortion. Whether they don't have a family or housing or support system, whatever it is, it's a stressful time, and too many women are forced, they think they're forced into it. If we do unconditional love, like I'm talking about, if we remember who we are, Texas can provide support for these people. I mean, that's who we are, again, and I'll be telling us over and over again, forever. But that's my deal. If a woman is in a crisis pregnancy, we got to get her medical care. We got to get social services. We got to find her a place to live. Whatever it takes, that's what we will do. And that's my idea of pro-life. And it doesn't stop at birth either. The GOP saying, again, they're not really pro-life, they're pro-birth. And after that, you're on your own. But if we're going to be promoting life for people, that means you got to be able to get a good education too from our public schools. It means we got to have a lot of the, just the infrastructure that people need to carry on a civilized life. It sounds pretty vague, I guess, but it's the thing we got to do. And for 22 years now, the Republicans they've cut back and they've cut back, and their big brag at the end of the legislative session this year was that they reduced the budget. Well, they reduced the budget by cutting back on education, social services. They cut back just years ago on Medicaid. The federal government was going to provide Medicaid for low-income people, and for the past 7 years now, the state of Texas said, no, we don't need that. And the federal government was going to carry 85% of the expense there. So, it was like free money, and they turned it down because it wasn't in the right packaging that the government wanted. So, those are some big issues. We do need to fund our education system much better. Property taxes, they've been kicking that can down the road for 30 years now, and it doesn't have to happen. We can take care of that. So, been on the road all day. I'm a little bit tired, so I'm a little bit fuzzy-headed, but if you'd like to ask some questions, I'll try to answer them. Yes, sir.
What? I just got questions. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Hi there. Comment first. I don't recommend you say you're a pro-life Democrat. I hear what you're saying. Like, that's great. Let's make it where abortion isn't illegal, but let's make it where it's a less valuable option because we can support the women that way.
Thank you.
But so you're looking at a really competitive race here, and I want to know, what is your one, if you had to pick one big policy to say this is why you wanted to run, this is one of the things you really want to get done that separates you from the rest of the field, what would that be for you?
I would say, I'm going to quote Albert Einstein. he says that you can't fix a problem using the same kind of thinking you used when you got into the problem. That's paraphrased. But that's the whole point. We've been putting Band-Aids on cancers for years now. We've forgotten who we are. And to me, that's our state identity is where we got to start. We got to do a little chest thumping, and we got to start taking care of one another and being Texans again. Does that make sense?
Yes, I understand what you're saying by that, but I'm asking more of a direct. And maybe like how long you been registered as a candidate?
About 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, so I guess the question I'm asking is, let's say this first 100 days. What's the first priority? Like why were you like, I want to run so badly for governor? This is what I'm gonna get done.
What I'll get done, it ain't gonna happen in 100 days. First thing we gotta do is to fix the tax system. The state legislature, those guys know dollars and cents. We gotta come up with a plan for that.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
But I hate answering a question like that because again, Einstein says, we can't stop with this, little steps here and there. We got to make some big steps.
Oh, yeah.
We got to, you don't jump across a canyon by tiptoe. This is a big jump, and it's going to be, something we got to do. And I'll get you this. I've been wrestling with this myself for more than 6 months now. How do you take a big idea or a big program or even just a big explanation of an idea? Like this I call this a new pro-life. I didn't say that just now, but anyway, I want to separate myself from what the Republicans have done over the past 20 years. It hasn't worked, it's not gonna work. But how do you take a big idea or a big explanation of an idea like that and fit it on a Twitter feed? How do you put that on a bumper sticker? And that's one of the problems nowadays is that voters, most people, will not read anything. They don't. If you can't get them with that bumper sticker deal, you lost them. And somehow we've got to convince people to look more deeply at issues and to wake up. Because I think if we'll find out that all these it's prejudice that we've got. You've got the Tea Party here and the wild and crazy liberal Democrats over here. All they know about one another is it's just the caricature. It's just a cartoon character. And we'll find out that we got more in common with one another than what we think.
All right. Thank you so much.